Happy holidays from Fiona Corwin here in 2015. I wanted to reach out to you guys and wish you guys the best of holidays here and to encourage each of you to celebrate in the way that best suits you and yours. I think that the holidays can be a wonderful time for people to come together with their families, their family of choice, potentially even their family of origin, and have a beautiful, beautiful connection. I think it's also a time of immense stress for families because so many times when we come together for the holidays, we are putting on masks, if you will, older faces of older selves to come together and sort of hash out some type of connection. I think that for many of us, Christmas has sort of devolved into a once a year thing where one way or another we have to go face our families. And for the rest of the year, we simply are who we are. Certainly that could never be more true than for trans people, right? Like most of us spend most of our lives trying to avoid having the people in our lives discover that we are trans for fear, and a fairly rational fear, that we will lose them, that we will somehow step too far past where they can go and leave them behind. It's an interesting thing, right? Trans people choose to transition. They choose to become who they are. They choose to embrace it. So many people in life today die without ever having reached for that sort of thing. I'm reminded of a metaphor of cooking crabs in a pot, and if any of you have ever done so, you may have seen this behavior. But if you put more than one crab in a pot and you start to boil it, one crab on top will often try to climb out, and the crab on the bottom will reach up and pull the other crab down. Well, folks, I am the crab that escaped the pot. I lost 170 pounds. I have successfully transitioned from male to female at 40 years old, a thing that basically looked impossible when I started this thing. Today I'm respected. I manage an IT department for a national company. I have inspired tens of thousands of people by the transformation that I have stood for in my life. I am simply put proud of the woman I am becoming. I know for a fact that I edify the people around me. And as such, it's sad to me that there are very few people from my family of origin don't want any part of this woman that I am. See, you would think that a few people wouldn't impact me as strong as they do, but the reality of it is they do. And that's also true of most trans people, right? Most trans people don't want to lose their family. That's why they don't transition. They hide it day in and day out. Many of them don't want to lose their housing or their jobs or any number of other different things, but it's all based in fear. It's a rational fear, guys. See, for disenfranchised people, trans people, the addicted, the LGBT in general, the mentally ill, disenfranchised people have to make their own families, have to make their own space. And if they don't have the opportunity or the capacity to do that, they spend their time alone and cold. See, the Christmas season was based around the holiday of Yule, of midwinter, wherein you would create a big log and it would burn for days and it would keep people warm and they would come together and they would share food and gifts and exchange things for needs of other people, carefully observed needs, considerate needs. Many of these disenfranchised folks will die this year, some of them from exposure to the cold, some of them from simple loneliness. Some of them will experience violence, and still others will kill themselves. It doesn't have to be this way, right? Like we can reach out to these people and we can invite them into our lives. We can wrap our arms around them and let them share the warmth of our fire. We can, in fact, save some of these folks. I want each of you to reach out. I want you to think about the people in your life who may be sitting alone, sitting in the cold, sitting with no food in their belly. And I want you to reach out to them and wrap your arms around them and tell them that you love them and keep them warm and take care of their needs. See, that's what Christmas is about to me. That's where this holiday lives for me. Not in any of the the crazy festivities, the buying of plastic, the using of plastic to buy lots of stuff. It lives in the kindness and compassion of sitting by a fire and keeping each other warm and having each other feel safe in the dead of winter. See, it's only that seed of love and compassion, that place of happiness that allows us to sort of draw in and compress all of our love and all of our passion into one tightly knit seed to bloom in the spring, right? This is the winter. This is where things sort of close down, where things freeze and die. But life is nurtured by love. Life is nurtured by heat. Life is nurtured by caring. Reach out to the ones you love. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you love them. See, life is too short. One or the other of you will be waiting by the graveside while the other one is dead. Get your lives complete. Talk to the people you love. Have them know that you love them. You may save somebody's life. See, what we have are moments, and this moment, like any other, is precious and it matters. We have to stay conscious of our moments. At least I do. See, I figure when I get to the end of my life, I'm going to be looking back on moments, precious moments spent with other people, precious contacts of time that I can't ever get back, but are there in my mind as precious memories that will evaporate as soon as I'm gone. It won't be what I made. It won't be the stuff I had. It won't be the cars I drove. It will be those moments. So make as many of them as you can. I make as many as I can. And then finally, call your mother. She misses you. I say this because although my mother and I have had our differences over the years, I can tell you that she misses me. I know she misses me because I too am a mother and I miss my babies. I don't always agree with their choices. I don't always even want to support their choices. But I do everything I can to stand up behind them, to prop them up, to encourage them in whatever they choose to do. Because at the end of the day, they are my children. So I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your holiday season and please reach out to those in need. Thank you.